Well, the city is backing down on its controversial plan to build tent-like structures to house asylum seekers, which sparked significant backlash and protests. The city now says sprung structures will not be coming to Ottawa. CTV's Kimberley Fowler is following this story for us. Joins us live in studio. Kimberley.
Well, Patricia, the city had plans to build 2 of those prefabricated sprung structures to serve as newcomer reception centers. One was slated to go up near the Nepean Sportsplex, and the other, if needed, would go up near the Eagleston Park and Ride. But those plans have been scrapped, and some residents say it's a weight off their shoulders.
Well, I looked out my front window and I saw people dancing on the streets, so I knew something had happened.
Relief for Robert Carberry and his neighbors in Nepean after months of pushing back against City Hall.
There's all kinds of guidelines and processes and things that should happen in terms of consultations and letting people see plans that establish a social contract between the citizens and the government. And in this case, that social contract was absolutely shattered.
Carberry lives minutes away from one of the proposed sites for a sprung structure the city planned on building to house asylum seekers coming to Canada.
We really had lost trust and faith in the city and the way this whole thing folded out from the beginning.
But that plan is no longer happening.
That's a black eye for the city, but hopefully the lessons learned and that never happens again.
In a memo released Wednesday, the city says changing immigration trends and additional transitional housing options have eliminated the need for the newcomer reception centers.
Over the course of the last couple of months, we've received new information about the numbers of people who are arriving in Ottawa. That number has gone down.
Since the city isn't going ahead with the planned newcomer centers like the one here at 1645 Woodruff Avenue or at 40 Hearst Way, instead, they're pivoting to existing community spaces like the YMCA and the Graham Spry building here at 250 Lanark Avenue.
For the newcomers, it's going to be a permanent building. I like that a whole lot better than, some sort of structure in the middle of a park and ride.
The mayor says he thinks this is the right move.
If we can focus on welcoming those people who are coming to our city and stay away from politicizing some of the solutions that were proposed in the past, then I think that's a good outcome.
Residents like Carberry hoping for more transparency from the city going forward.
We're all for doing the right thing for homeless people and for the asylum seekers, but it should be a solution that's also good for surrounding communities, surrounding businesses.
And the city is purchasing up to 20 homes around Ottawa to use for transitional housing. And this spring, 290 new permanent beds will be added between the St. Joseph Boulevard and Queen Street transitional housing programs. Patricia.
And the controversy is put to bed. CTV's Kimberley Fowler live for us tonight. Thank you.